Fast. How did you guys get in here so quickly? That's phenomenal. I just figured I'd come in. It's time. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with YouTube. But yeah, it's just one of those days. All this stuff over here. We're just going to make a little trip to the credit union. We're going to be degenerates today. But you know how that goes. That's like Mr. Rogers over here. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. To be a degenerate and become a fucking millionaire. Do you guys see Mullen? Who's looking at Mullen right now? It's up around 85%. Man. Just running the credit union. Gonna be a degenerate. Gonna gamble some more money. Remember, people, don't invest in the stock market unless you're willing to lose every fucking penny. That includes pensions and 401ks and IRAs, thrift savings plans, and everything else in between. Too many people think that investing in the SPY is is safe. Sadly, that's not the fucking case, is it? Take a look at the markets. Take a look at the markets. We've been talking about this since last year, right? I see you in the chat. You guys got it on point. We're talking about since over a fucking year ago, almost a year and a half now. We've literally been telling everybody, sharing all this information together about the ridiculous number of over-leveraged banks out there. Goldman Sachs net income is down 43%. 43%. Jesus. JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, they're all right behind them. 34%, 30%, 28%. Net income year over year, just taking a massive plunge. But yeah, this stream is exactly what it says. It is just time for some degenerate gambling. At least for me. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Do not do what I do. Do what you want to fucking do. What's going on? Let me check out this chat here. I see you guys. Hey, you guys are incredible. I appreciate you. But yeah, taking a look at Mullen, it's just one of the other meme stocks. Mullen is buying out a company. I believe I just put a tweet up about him. ELM, I believe it is. They got approval just now from a bankruptcy court to purchase some of their equipment, a manufacturing facility, a plant. Here we go. I got it right here on my screen. Let's see if I can't pull that up for you guys. Switch this around. Check that out. What do we got here? Mullen Automotive was up about 85% just a few minutes ago. Shares are trading higher after the company announced U.S. bankruptcy court approval of its acquisition of ELM. Granted, it's about 12:14. I'm sorry, let me put it Eastern time. It's about 1:15 Eastern time, where the markets are. And so really, it's probably time that short hedge funds start working down the price. But, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it start coming down. However, when things start getting out of control, margin calls start going out, that doesn't really fucking matter, and it doesn't work that way. It's not that simple. When there's only one or a few meme stocks moving, it's a lot easier for them to control the price, right? I do have calls in Mullen. I don't have shares. I have call contracts in Mullen, M-U-L-N. Cheers. It's the Scat Pack bug. And that's really the way to go for me. Everyone's got their own risk tolerance. Some people like shares, some people like contracts. Whatever works for you, What's up, Switzerland? I see you. What's up, Chicago, Florida? Glad to see you guys tuning in. Thank you, boys and girls. Well, yeah, that's where I'm at. Running out to make my degenerate gambling purchases. And figured I'd just take you guys along for the ride of the credit union. You guys got any questions? You know, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll try to answer whatever questions I can. What's going on, folks? It's great to see you. Hope this thing doesn't bounce around too much. But either way, it is what it is. We're going to my favorite place, Advia Credit Union. Because fuck is the banks. I've closed my accounts at BMO Harris. I've closed my accounts at Huntington Bank. I closed my accounts at, well, formerly TCF, at Bank of America, and JP Morgan. I've had about enough of that. I can't really take much more of that. But yeah, I see your question, you know, in regards to APE and GME. And you can't really say for sure. Nobody knows exactly how high anything is going to go or what price anything's going to reach. So I can't give you price targets, because any price targets I give you would just be ridiculous speculation anyway. You guys know how that goes. No point in speculation as far as the price targets, because if I told you how high I think it would go, you wouldn't believe me anyway. You'd say I was fucking crazy, and that's fine. I really don't care, you know. I'm not here to try to preach to anybody. And hang on 1 second. You're leaving the Wi-Fi, so it kind of keeps me off the connection a little bit. Sorry, not sorry. But there's not much I can do about that. Am I crazy? Oh man, crazy. Price targets, crazy. I just can't, dude. They're too high. Nobody will believe me. Now, granted, I do believe that eventually the DTC will have to step in and we'll have to bail out a lot of these banks and broker-dealers and prime brokers. When that'll happen, I don't know. All I know is I'll be a billionaire before we get to 2,000 a share, so I don't really fucking care. As far as AMC, GameStop, currently holding Mullen, Ocugen, MMAT, contracts, BBIG, all the good stuff. GameStop, AMC, AMC1, 8, VIX calls, SPY puts, SQQQ, TBT, short the bond market with leverage. So really, silver, physical silver, PSLV as well, Sprott Silver Trust, by the one and only Eric Sprott, who's invested with AMC in Highcroft Mining Corporation. Yeah, too many people are stuck in these ISDA banks. I hodl for you asks, will APE go as high as AMC? I can't answer that, man, because I don't know. I don't know. The fact of the matter is that APE had 43 million failures to deliver on the first day of reporting. 43 million failures to deliver on APE. That's an absolutely astronomical number. It is ridiculous to see a stock dividend come out with 43 million failures to deliver. And then you got GameStop. GameStop's T90 date is tomorrow, I believe. T90 being the broker liquidation. However, GameStop made a stock dividend split, and their stock dividend split was supposed to be similar to Tesla's, and they were supposed to get 3 additional shares. That's not the case. The DTC changed the rules. The DTC made it so that these guys can go in, the broker dealers can go in and just split up their 1 share into 4 shares. That is the way that the DTC allowed the broker dealers to fulfill the GameStop shares, because they knew that they didn't have enough to fulfill. So I believe, per all my research, that this gives Ryan Cohen the ability to actually pull shares of pull GameStop off of the New York Stock Exchange and onto his own exchange if they so choose to do so, or another exchange. If that'll happen, I don't know. This is purely speculation. But the T90 date for GameStop is tomorrow, And for AMC, that is in about 1 month. That comes in about November 21st. And what that means basically is brokers who have delivered those shares to people, retail investors, are able to force liquidate shorts if they have not delivered those shares of A or AMC or GameStop, etc. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting one. GX Kevin, through my friend, I have thousands of AMC contracts. I have many AMC 1 contracts, each of which is indicative of the underlying asset being both AMC and APE, so that fulfills me the ability to get and exercise to get hundreds of thousands of shares of both AMC and APE contracts. That's the plan. I've also got shares, through the exercising of these contracts. But currently, yeah, Mullen is up still strong today. I wouldn't be surprised to see MULN get shorted for the majority of the day here, towards the rest of the day, or try to bring that price back under control. But I mean, yeah, it's trading at like 34 cents. It's a very low trading stock currently. Mainly, take a look at the chart. Just take a look at the chart, and I think that should tell you the explosiveness behind some of these meme stocks. There's a reason that institutions are trying to convince people to leave meme stocks. And that is specifically because they are an absolute threat to financial stability at no fault of our own, no fault of the retail investor. We did not take out these short positions. All we did was buy and hold and go long. That's not my fault that these assholes are so over leveraged to the fact that Goldman Sachs has $53 trillion worth of liabilities, but only $3 trillion worth of assets. I can't get a $53 trillion loan with a $3 trillion of assets. Why can Goldman Sachs? JP Morgan's got about $69 trillion worth of liabilities when you add up their holding companies in and outside of the United States and their banks. They've only got about $7 trillion worth of assets. So $7 trillion in assets compared to $69 trillion in assets, in derivatives, notional values. The majority of the notional value of derivatives being rehypothecations, because they use something called, the CNS system and bilateral netting. And what this allows them to do is to basically trade off their bad bets. They trade their derivatives with each other. And I could say, okay, well, I've got this bet against AMC, it's worth $100 losses. You've got this bet against, let's say, GameStop. And so let's take out, let's rehypothecate these things, and we'll net these we'll net these swaps. And that will equal, only like a net loss of $10. So we both got $100 debts, but because our net loss combined, if we put these swaps against each other, is only $10, we can turn this $70 trillion in liabilities and be covered by only, $6 trillion in assets. It's a fucking joke. Yeah, T90 for Ape is in November 21st, 24th. What's up, for real? It's great to see you, brother. I just got done watching your video. What's up, Fari Boy, Diaz? Great to see you guys. Any thoughts on Jackson Hunter? Jackson Hunter is my boy. I respect the guy, but I that's all I can say. There's not really much else for me to say at this point in that regard. Doesn't mean that I agree with everything that's going on or everything that he says, but that's c'est la vie, That's the case with many people. Manjeet, you want to join the Discord? Yeah, I'll drop a link to the Discord here. I'll drop a link to the Discord here in just a few minutes here after the stream. How about that? After the stream, I'll pin it to the comments. What's up, Boston Strong? When I think about Review Dork, I think he's a fucking shill. Review Dork is not my jazz. But yeah, this is my favorite fucking place here. Advia Credit Union. Let me flip this for you guys. Best fucking union I've ever had. I got Great Lakes Credit Union. They're right across the street. I've got Advia now as well. I've got a couple other credit unions that I really like, but this is by far my favorite. It is time for some degeneracy. Free coffee, free water. Can't beat that. Never got that shit at JP Morgan, even with big figures in the bank. But it is what it is. So I'm going to get out of here so I'm not ridiculously obnoxious. But it is what it is. You guys have a great day. Let me see here. 9 is the bank is likely safe, is what some people in the comments are saying. The reason being because of the way that they spend their money. Credit unions don't spend their money the same way that is the banks do. And it just is what it is. But yeah, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to spend some money. You guys have a great day. Don't do what I do unless you're willing to lose all your money. Peace out, everybody.